Hello and welcome to HeartTouch Stories, where we bring you powerful tales that inspire kindness, compassion, and hope. Today's story is about a doctor who gave healing to the world, not in exchange for money, but out of the pure goodness of his heart. Have you ever wondered what true generosity looks like? What does it mean to give when you expect nothing in return? Stay with me until the end, because this story will remind you that the most valuable things in life cannot be bought. In a small town, surrounded by quiet hills and golden fields, there lived a doctor named Samuel. He wasn't the richest man in town, nor was his clinic filled with the newest equipment. His walls were plain, his instruments simple, but his heart was extraordinary. Every morning, before the sun even touched the rooftops, Dr. Samuel would open his little clinic. People from the town, from neighboring villages, and even from far away would line up outside his door. Some came with fevers, some came with broken bones, others came with children who coughed all night. And yet, many of these people carried something heavier than illness. They carried poverty. They came with empty pockets, but desperate hearts. Dr. Samuel never turned them away. When a mother came, clutching her sick child, whispering, "Doctor, I cannot pay you, but please save her," he would gently smile and say, "Your child's life is worth more than coins. Sit down, let me see her." When an old man entered with trembling hands, ashamed to admit he had no money for medicine, Dr. Samuel would place his hand on the man's shoulder and reply, "Your health is my payment, don't worry." Word spread quickly. Soon, his clinic was filled with people who could not afford treatment elsewhere. Some neighbors criticized him. They said, "Samuel, you'll go broke if you keep treating people for free." But he only shook his head and answered, "How can I measure life with money? If someone is suffering and I can help, that is all I need." Dr. Samuel often returned home late at night, tired, hungry, but filled with quiet peace. His wife would ask, "How many patients did you help today?" And he would softly smile, replying, "Enough to remind me why I became a doctor." But one evening, something happened that showed just how deeply his kindness had touched lives. What was it? And how did it prove that goodness never goes unnoticed? One stormy night, a man came rushing into the clinic carrying his little daughter. She was pale, burning with fever, and struggling to breathe. The man's clothes were worn, his face was lined with years of hardship. He whispered with shame, "Doctor, I have nothing to give you. Please, just look at her once." Dr. Samuel immediately began treating the child, wiping the sweat from her forehead, listening to her heartbeat, mixing medicine with steady hands. Hours passed as the storm raged outside, but inside that small clinic, Samuel fought for the little girl's life. By dawn, the child finally opened her eyes. She was weak, but alive. Tears streamed down the father's face. He clasped Dr. Samuel's hands and said, "One day, I will repay you." Not with money, but with my gratitude. Years rolled on. The little girl grew healthy and strong. Dr. Samuel continued his life of service, treating hundreds without payment, never asking for anything in return. And then one day, after decades of giving, Dr. Samuel himself fell ill. He was weak, bedridden, and unable to continue his work. The townspeople heard the news. At first, there was silence. But then, something remarkable happened. The very same people he had treated for free, the mothers, the fathers, the children who had once been saved by his hands, all came together. They brought food to his home. They brought wood to keep his house warm. They collected money to buy medicine for him. And one evening, a young woman visited him. She was now grown, radiant, filled with life. She looked into his eyes and said, "Do you remember me, doctor? I was the little girl you saved on that stormy night. I became a nurse, inspired by you. And now, it's my turn to take care of you." Dr. Samuel's eyes filled with tears. He whispered, "I asked for nothing, yet life has given me everything." Dear friends, this story reminds us that kindness is never wasted. When we give freely, without expecting anything in return, life has a mysterious way of bringing blessings back to us. Money can buy comfort, but compassion creates legacies. The doctor who treated without payment taught us that the greatest wealth is not found in what we keep, but in what we give away. And when we plant seeds of kindness in others, they grow into forests of gratitude that one day shelter us in return. Thank you for listening to this heartwarming story on HeartTouch Stories. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs a reminder of the power of kindness, and subscribe for more stories that inspire the soul. Until next time, may your days be filled with compassion, and may you always find joy in giving. Take care, and goodbye for now.